Hello, writers. It is my birthday month, and I have a very special offer for you. Go to vanessaklinger.com and register for the 60-minute video coaching session that is only $54. Go out to vanessaklinger.com and sign up today, all month long. Stay in love. This week's episode is sponsored by Adores World. Go to www.adoresworld.com for all your beauty supply needs. Everything from custom lashes, wig units, and even consulting vendor services. You can also find them on Instagram at Adores World. Go to www.adoresworld.com. Contact Mia today. Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you with 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. Let's go. Hello, writers. How are you? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you with 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in. Enjoy the ride, guys. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope it was a productive week, a peaceful week. Yes. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. It is fun, fantastic, funky Friday, people, and I'm almost at my spot. And we again have a great show for you guys, a great topic, and I hope you guys stick around. Welcome, streaming world. Welcome, streaming world. Hello, social media world. Hello. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show. Beautiful, fun, fantastic, funky Friday in Florida. Hello, friend. Hello, son. Thank you for shining on me today. Yes, I am here, guys. I am here at my spot. This is live TV, right? I'm here at my spot, and we are going to get parked and positioned. And we are going to get started. Where am I going to park today? I'm going to park right here. It's a little too close right there, so let's pull in here to my favorite beach in sunny Florida. How are you guys doing today? Doing good? Fantastic. Now, he's already riled up. He went to bed late last night playing, so let's see what kind of mood he's going to be in today. You going to be a good boy? You promise? Okay, we'll see about that. Okay. Now, you guys know it's fun, fantastic, funky Friday, and you know what we do on Fridays. Getting ready to do our Friday song. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. It's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going your way. It is fun, fantastic, funky Friday. Again, I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, people. Okay, so this is like the last couple of days that I'm having this product offer for the month of October, where I'm offering a 60-minute session for $54 in honor of my birthday month, and also to uh, give you guys an opportunity to take advantage of my wonderful coaching and counseling sessions, right? To help really help you finally really address those issues that you're having, and really help you to understand what those issues mean and why it's so important for them to, really be worked out. So go out to vanessaklinger.com. Perhaps you hear? Go out to vanessaklinger.com and take advantage of that wonderful offer that we have here. And also, every month, I'm giving away 10 free books. 10 free books of your choosing. So let me take my glasses off so I can see, trying to be bougie. 10 free books of your choosing, where you get to really understand exactly who I am and what I'm all about. Full transparency in here. Is that all you got? Bring it. Explicit content. It's very detailed stories of my life. I mean, I don't hold anything back. I really just am transparent. I believe in transparency, and so that it will, because I know that everything that I agree to experience in this lifetime, it's not just for me, right? Otherwise, I'd probably be up out of here, And because I survived it all, yeah, I come back with some keys, baby. Is that all you got? Bring it. And then time to transform. It is my favorite. It really is. It is my favorite because it really helped to. It was a key that turned the door that opened into my new world to help me really just, make sense of it all. And for years I struggled and I couldn't figure out what it was. Have you been there? Where you just couldn't figure out why your life wasn't working out and why things were happening to you, all that. And this is a guide to getting and keeping everything that you want, right? So time to transform. And then, hello, Grace. Life's traveling companion. It is explains my imaginary friend, I call it, Grace, and how the things that I experienced, and the people I encountered, and it's kind of like a starter. It really is. It was the last one, but it really is kind of like a starter for is that all you got? Bring it. So go out to vanessaklinger.com and take advantage of that wonderful offer. So where is my call? There we go. So we are going to, I love what they call it. We're going to pay some bills around here. So we'll be back in just a few moments. So stay tuned. This week's episode is sponsored by Organic Sunscreen Moisturizer. Sheer Perfection Moisturizer that can only be found on perfectiondayspa.com. Contact Delia today. Join us this Sunday on Spiritually Speaking with Vanessa. With my guest co-host, Michelle Massey Washington, your spiritual subject matter expert, we are taking a deep dive into Genesis, more specifically, the Tree of Life. You are not going to want to miss each episode as we go into Genesis for the rest of 2020. Join Michelle Massey Washington and myself Sundays live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the KP Media TV network. Stay in love. I will reign. Yes, yes, yes. That song, that's the theme song of Spiritually Speaking. And my wonderful niece, Maya Poole, actually wrote that song. And when I heard it, I was like, I love it. I love it. Can I have it? She said, yes, TT, you can have it. You can use it for your theme song. So that's Maya Poole. Go out to Amazon. It's actually on Amazon. So go out there and it's a great song. It really is. Mom, we will be having Maya on too, to help on Spiritually Speaking to see, exactly how, she was able to birth that song. So thank you, TT's baby. Thank you. Okay. So today, we are going to be talking about favor is better than money, right? Favor is better than money. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so let's get started right here. And mm, I want to point out too that spiritually speaking, on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the great Michelle Massey Washington and myself, we are actually covering the book of Genesis, all the highlights we call them. And we last Sunday we talked about the tree of life, and she really have to explain that we are the tree of life. Ooh. If you guys didn't watch that, go back over to KP Media TV Network, right? And it's in the video demand section, and you'll see my channel and where the videos are, and just click on it. And also it's an empowerment and leadership category as well on KP Media TV Network. If you have a Roku television, Android, Amazon Fire Stick, and Apple TV, it's amazing. I'm streaming worldwide. There are people in Italy watching me right now if they have a Roku TV or Android or Apple or Amazon Fire Stick. There are people in California watching me right now. Right? Yeah. There are people in Louisiana watching me right now. There are people in Mississippi watching me right now. It's great. I get to say hello to my family all over the world. Hey, Josh, you in Germany? All over the world watching me at the same time. It's mind blowing. Thank you, technology. Oh, good day, Spirit. How you doing today? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about favor is better than money. And this is a quote from my grandfather, Joshua McGee, who was he was the backbone of our family. He really was. An Aquarius. Just want to point that out because he was very clean and neat and funny, and had a great sense of humor and a very loving grandfather. So he always used to quote, "Favor is better than money." Now, he instilled in us um, uh, a strong work ethic. Work hard. He was very entrepreneurial. So when I grew up watching him, it really is, the people that you admire at some point, and you see you're able to take something, a takeaway from them. And and my mother and I, we were just talking, and we got to talking about favor and all that. And she said, "You remember what Daddy used to say about favor?" I'm like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. He always used to say favor is better than money. And he proved it because he was so well loved and how he treated people, right? We're going to talk about that today. Favor is better than money. See, everybody out here trying to secure a bag and all that. We're going to talk about that today. All right. So here we go. All right. So scripture inspiration, Proverbs 3:3 and 4. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. This is poetry. Write them on the tablet of your heart. And then, wait a minute. Let's go back. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Never, never leave you. Bind them, love and faithfulness. Bind them around your neck. Why? Because my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Okay? Then write them on the tablet of your heart. Love and faithfulness. Then you will win favor and a good name. Let's underline good name. And a good name in the sight of God and man. Psalm 30, verse 5. His anger lasts a moment. His favor lasts for life. Weeping may go on all night. Ever been there? But in the morning, there is joy. Luke 2:52. And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature, and in favor with God and man. Underline God and man. 2 Samuel 9, verse 1-7. David asks, is there anyone still left of the house of Saul to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake. For Jonathan's sake. Now there was a servant of Saul's household named Ziba. They summoned him to appear before David, and the king said to him, "Are you Ziba?" "At your service." The king asked, "Is there no one still alive from the house of Saul to whom I can show God's kindness?" Kindness. Ziba answered the king, "There is still a son of Jonathan. He is lame in both feet." "Where is he?" the king asked Ziba. Ziba answered, "He is at the house of Machir, son of Ammiel in Lodabar." So King David had him brought from Lodabar, from the house of Machir, son of Ammiel. When Mephibosheth, it took me a while to get that one. When Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, see, son of Jonathan, son of Saul, came to David, he bowed down to pay him honor. David said, "Mephibosheth, at your service." He replied, I love that. "At your service." "Don't be afraid," David said to him, "for I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan. For the sake of your father Jonathan. I will restore to you all the land that belonged to your grandfather Saul, and you will always eat at my table." Favor is better than money. Okay. So, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth with some things, but it's just this great stew of this topic this morning. But to give you guys a little backstory, now David, y'all know David. David fought, with the slingshot and the giant, David and Goliath, and because he was God's anointed one, that just means he was set aside for purpose, and a man after God's own heart, they call him. That's who David is, a man after God's own heart. Yeah, man after God's own heart. And so when he destroyed Goliath, because he showed courage and he was fearless and he honored God, he found favor with man. Okay. Now that man's name was Saul. Now Saul, Israel, they decided that they wanted a king, right? They didn't think that God was enough. I think we in that world right now. You ain't enough, God. We want somebody like us that we can worship. We don't want to worship you. We want to worship somebody like us. And that's what they got. Saul, man with issues and stuff. So David found himself in the house of Saul, working as, in the army and stuff, and playing music for Saul and keeping his nerves at bay, because he was, he had issues just like all of us, because he was in his ego, and because he believed all the hype, right? So once David found favor with God, it was only a matter of time before he found favor with man. See, the thing about it is, when that starts to happen for you, and it will, every dog has their day. Everyone has a season of favor that occurs in their life. See, favor is in order for favor to really show up in your life, you have to have it's two components. With God and with man equals favor, right? So when he found favor with God, because the prophet anoints him and whatnot, and he was a man after God's own heart. So he found favor with God. So when he found favor with man, everybody starts praising David and everything that he was doing, David, David, David. So Saul, started hating. Wait a minute. This kid think he is coming up in my house? And everybody loving him more than me. Are they setting him higher than me? He ain't nothing but a shepherd boy. So when you finally enter your season of favor. Get ready for the haters to show up. Now, I don't really like to speak too much on haters because I know they playing a part. But we have to talk about it. And but here's the thing. This is what I know for sure. When people don't have a sense of who they are, a sense of self, they hate because they see you, and it's not even envy. They hate themselves because they're trying to measure up to you, not realizing that we're all unique and we're all magnificent and we all have the capabilities, And see, Saul missed it, right? But he wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, right? Because God was just like, okay, you want that? Here you go. See, he already knew. That's why he had David over in the field over there, his chosen one, right? He had David over there waiting because he was like, okay, let's just watch this play out, right? Because I know they all them in their egos, so they want somebody instead of me. Okay, here you go. We always be seeking after stuff that is not of God, thinking that it's going to be better for us, but it ain't. It never is. So Saul was hating, tried to kill him, but David had befriended Jonathan, Saul's boy. So and Jonathan helped David stay alive long enough until Saul and he died, right? And then David rose up and he was king, right? So I guess one day David was just sitting around, probably drinking some wine, just trying to make sure that he did everything he was supposed to do, right? Because he's used to saying to the Lord and all these poems, and so he's probably saying, I wonder if there's anybody that's left in the house of Jonathan that I might bestow all this wonderful goodness I got. See, when David got to where he was, he started thinking about all the people that helped him, right? This is the difference between the ones who are well-intended, who don't get so caught up in the hype. They don't, they say, don't forget who helped you out, who got you here. You ain't got to worry about that. Your job is just to be a contributor to someone that you would like to bestow favor on. Don't worry about it, thinking they ain't gonna forget about you. So he's sitting around. Well, if there's somebody left in the house, and the servant said, yes, there is. There's a son, Mephibosheth, but he's lame in his feet because, they say the nanny that was carrying him, they dropped him, and I think a horse or something trampled on the baby's legs and stuff. So he was lame, So he wasn't all, he didn't load the bar. Because people back then, they thought if you were crippled or, handicapped, they thought something was wrong with you. Just threw you over in the corner somewhere. So he was forgotten, dejected by society. But make no mistake, the very ones you putting over in the corner, thinking they ain't got no value, the ones you think ain't bought nothing, will be the very ones that God will bestow his favor. Why? Because God is a loving God. He's a God of compassion. He's a God that looks at the heart, the true ear of your soul. So there's, Mephibosheth. And David says, the servant said, yeah. And Jonathan's boy, Mephibosheth, they would go get him. And he said, hello, Denise, my love. And he said, I love this. So Mephibosheth was like, oh no, this is doomsday. Because, back then the kings, they just did whatever they want. So he didn't really know of David because Jonathan was dead already, right? So he would probably think, oh no, they done found me, and it's just he just gonna kill me. I know it because I'm not worthy of. I don't have no value. My legs don't work. People been laughing at me my whole life. I'm stinking. I mean, over here, looking crappy. I, I, you know, but God, honey, David said, don't be afraid. He said, for I will surely show you. I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father, Jonathan. So, for the sake of your father, Jonathan. So, it, whew, it didn't have nothing to do with him, right? It was because of Jonathan, his father. See, so you may think that, they say the sins of the father and all that stuff, but what about the blessings of the father? A good man leaves an inheritance for his children and his children's children. So because Jonathan showed favor with David, right? He found favor with God, right? So that was passed down. So Mephibosheth, although he felt like a reject, he was an heir. An heir to what, Vanessa? God's favor. He was an heir. And some of you are heirs of God's favor not because of what you did, right? But because of what your fathers and your fathers done. You are an heir to God's favor. But wait a minute. You can't just be evil, mean, wicked, and nasty, right? That's why you have to listen with your heart, your soul's ear. Okay? Thank you, Michelle. So he told him, said, look, don't be afraid. He said, for I will surely show you kindness for the sake of your father, Jonathan. Whoa! I'm feeling this today. I will restore to you all the land that belonged to your grandfather Saul, and you will always eat at my table. Woo. Okay, I need to calm down. You will always eat at my table. When you find favor with God, it's just a matter of time before you find favor with man. And when you do, baby, your whole world gonna open up. Your whole world's gonna open up. Because here's the thing, right? There's this quote from The Alchemist. And it says, when you really, really want something, the universe will conspire to make it happen. That's why you should never give up on what it is that calling that you have. You should never give up, right? You should allow your I guess we call it your dark room season, where you're in preparation to really allow spirit to get with you and work all that stuff out, right? Get yourself together, man. I'm serious. Because when it's your time, right? When it's your time, because see your dark season is for you to work all your stuff out so that you can establish favor with God, right? So when you do that, it's your preparation time. So when you find favor with God, that's the first one. That's the main one. You find favor with God, right? And you working your stuff out, and you getting yourself together, and you dealing with your issues and working your shit out, and calming yourself and addressing your karma and doing all that great stuff, right? Getting prepared, made to fit, right? See, here's the thing. See, because we're spiritual beings, right? We have to come here and be made to fit into this world, right? So we come here, we have our issues, we have our karma we have to deal with. So God uses our dark season, right? Dark night of the soul, to work our stuff out. Our preparatory period to help us to get ourselves together, made to fit into this world, so that we can establish favor with man, right? Because this is where we live in. But make no mistake, baby, when that time comes, you will always eat at the table. That means provision will always be there for you. Always. People be stressing out about the wrong stuff. You guys can see right now, I'm a living witness. I had never missed a meal in my life. The only ones I did miss was because I wanted to. Okay? I ain't never slept on the street. Slept in my car, but I ain't never slept on the street. You know, laying in dirt and all that. Provision has always been for me. Why? Because I'm an heir of God's favor. Not because of anything I did, because of what my father's father did, right? So think about that now. You have not even, Lord, today, you have not even tapped into your inheritance yet. You haven't even tapped into that yet. They haven't even opened that will and testament to read out to you what you're entitled to, right? Fellowshipping in tune. I like that, Michelle. So he told him, you will always eat at my table. Y'all need to stop stressing out about this and that and whatnot. I'm telling y'all, I mean, if and you know, and who wants to go through anything, right? You know, I mean, don't nobody want to, have to, deal with all this stuff that's, but allow yourself to go through it with grace. Make grace your best friend now. Go through it with grace so that, I'm not talking to you today. Go through it with grace so that, see, you know what grace is? Grace is like a nice, well, warm coat, right? That comforts you as you're going through your dark season, as you're going through those seasons of drought in your life, as you go what appears to be drought, as you're going through those situations, circumstances that aren't as befitting for you as others, right? God is working your stuff out, working you out, customizing you to fit in this realm, right? That's God's favor. So, although David had issues and all that and whatnot, because he was a man after God's heart, own heart, that, you know what that says to me? And that just come to me. Because if your heart is your soul's ear, then he was trying to, man after God's own heart. He wanted to be able to hear the way God hears. He wanted to be able to feel like God feels. See, I want to be like you, Jesus. No. You want to be able to hear like God hears and feel like God feels. And I'm going to add to it and see what God sees. Because when you do that, but put ye on the Lord Jesus. There we go. Yep. When you do that, then you allow your divinity to rule and reign, that God in you to rule and reign, right? And then you are like God, right? We discovered doing spiritual speaking that got distracted. Discovered through spiritual speaking that we are I call it a percentage of God. We all are a person, right? Get it, person? A percentage of God. So favor is fair, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's fair. I'll never forget that great sermon by my uncle Bishop Jakes, my spiritual uncle, I call him. Favor ain't fair, right? And he was talking about Ruth and all this stuff. But let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a different twist of this now. So Ruth, right? Ruth had decided not to go back to her land because her husband died. So she decided to go with her mother-in-law, Naomi. So because she decided to go with her new life, right? Not the past life, her now life. She decided to go with that. She didn't know where they was going. They didn't have nothing. And, they were down, the broke, busted, and disgusted. But she said, I choose to go with you because now, your God is my God. See, she found favor with God. So, because she found favor with God, it was only a matter of time before she found favor with man. See, y'all think well, God done forgot me and all this. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Be like David, a man after God's own heart. Seek after how God hears. Seek after how God thinks, because that's a part of you. So all you're doing is when you're seeking after all that, seeking, you should find me. You're going within, so you'll never be without. Thank you, Michelle. So when you do that, it's like you open up this jar, and all this wonderful stuff is awakened within you. God, it's awakened within you, right? It's resurrected. The Christ consciousness is resurrected within you. The God in you is ruling and reigning, right? So now you can hear the way God hears. You can see the way God can see. That's why they say, my eyes can see and see a talk will change my talk and all that kind of stuff. That's what they're talking about. So once you do that, then you're walking in the favor of God. And see, God operates through us. That's why you have to find favor with God and with man, right? So people think that they got to have money and do all this and secure the bag. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, not all the time. No, money is great. I mean, it's energy. So that's why a lot of people, they have to feel nervous or scared when they get a lot of money. Oh, I'm gonna lose it or whatever. Because it's energy, right? So whatever type of energy that you are sending out, that's the type of energy you're gonna get back when it's related to anything, right? So people think they're having all the money, doing I want to just get my money and do all this. No, you want to get that favor, honey. Get that favor, because you will never, he said, you will always eat at my table. Always. What's always? Forever, forever, ever. You will always eat at my table. Provision will always be for you when you have favor with God. Because see, once you do that, then you'll have favor with man, and man will be moved. When you really, really want something, the universe, the world conspires to make it happen. That conspiracy will go into effect, where man will be compelled. I like her. I like her energy. I want to help her. No, let her do. Ruth, she was picking up the extras, right? No, let her do it. Because when you, thank you. When you have favor with God, then people will see you. They will see you, right? They will really see you. So when they look at you, it's like, yeah, go ahead. I don't know why, but yeah, I like you. They get a good feeling about you, right? I don't know. I just got a good feeling about her. I didn't know her, but I just got a good feeling. And the more and more that we are waking up, people are starting to see people's true authenticity, right? They really starting to see the ones. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can try to secure the bag and make that your main focal point if you want to. Let me tell you something. When you do that, when you take that approach, yeah, everybody has a season of favor. Everybody. Every dog has a day, right? You can, if you make that your intention without getting favor with God, you gonna get it. You gonna get favor with man. Everybody has a season, because that's a part of your story. But see, that's why people say when you get a lot of money, it don't really change you. It just make you more of who you are. So wouldn't you rather be operating in Christ consciousness before you get all that material stuff? Because it's only going to amplify who you really are. So if you want to not deal with that, God, see, that's a part of the contract. So God is not a man that he should lie. So when we came here, a part of our soul's contract, don't ask me how I know, I just know. A part of our soul's contract, it was written in that you would have favor here, right? It wasn't conditional. You're gonna have favor here because you have chosen to come here, right? You and God agreed. You're gonna have favor here. Now, you can choose because we have the power of choice to have favor and with the world. You're gonna have both of them. It's a part of your contract. So everybody has I keep saying that, but everybody has their season of favor. So if you don't work your stuff out, right, and you get all this material stuff, it's just going to amplify who you really are, right? So if you are having dealt with your stuff, everybody has their stuff, they have to work out. Then, if you were inherently evil, mean, wicked, and nasty, then when you get money, you're just going to be a bigger, evil, mean, wicked, and nasty individual. If you are someone who allows your ego to rule and reign, then you're just going to be I can't use that word. You're just going to be a bigger ego, right? That's why when we see people who finally come into something, like these stars and celebrities and stuff, get a little bit, you can tell what their main focus was: money. If they just wanted money, they got it. But guess what? See, money is like a magnifying glass. So if you're just seeking after money, it's gonna be like, it's just gonna amplify everything of what you are inwardly, right? Or the package may be real nice, maybe beautiful, everything, but you ain't worked on your issues and your soul and stuff. Get ready for and you come into some money or whatever, or some popularity and all that. Get ready for it to be amplified. And people see, thank you, Spirit. When that happens, if you haven't worked out your issues and stuff, it's just going to magnify, and people and more people can see you for who you really are. And that's why you see people, go up and they so-called come down. Why? They ain't worked their stuff out. They ain't dealt with their issues. Money was their main focal point. External things was their main focal point. But if you work on your spirit, see, it'll align and you'll have favor with man, and you will always eat at the table. There will never be lack. Ever. Okay? Favor is better than money. Favor will take you farther than money will ever spend. Ever. Because see, the smart ones, the ones that are woke, we know money ain't nothing but energy. Mm-hmm. So you got the energy, right? It's just energy. So if you work on that spiritual stuff, because we're spiritual beings, we ain't human. We human and divine. This is just our suit, our body suit, right? We are spiritual beings. We are percentages of God. Make no mistake. So that's why we have an ego side and a divine side that makes us one, right? Human. So when we allow our divinity and our humanity to marry, then we become like God, Jesus, right? So, the people, going back to Saul now, y'all, I told you I was going back and forth. So now the people, they wanted a king. We want somebody like us. And God is so loving and compassionate. He said, okay, here you go. But they got to see a version of themselves, and they didn't like that. So God was like, okay, y'all didn't even know I had somebody waiting in the wings, me, to come to your rescue, to show you how to be in this human form. So I'm coming. Get ready, because here I come. Get ready, because here I come. And baby, get ready, because here Jesus shows up, right? Here Jesus stepping on the scene. Come, get ready, because here I come. So he steps up on the scene. He's like, look, God was like, let me show y'all how to do it, how to get it right. Okay. I'm gonna show you. If you are, as long as you're about your father's business, he was like, look, I know I got favor with God, my father, but I also have favor with man. So what do you really, really want? Okay. Do you really, really want the bag? Now do you understand that favor is way better than money? I'm gonna share something with you guys. You guys know I got a million stories, right? So when I was out in, what was I at? Colorado. When I was out in Colorado, I was serving at the church at the time. Was I? No. I was managing this restaurant in I think it's the Brown Derby or something. I was managing the restaurant and the bar and stuff. We had to hire people and all this kind of stuff. I've always been in management. And Kevin and I was having some problems. Why? Because I was in my ego still. And so I remember I got evicted because I ran out of money. And staying at this hotel, then I ran out of money there. So now dig this now, y'all. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go out and have a drink. So I'm sitting at the bar, the very bar that I used to manage, and one of my employees was there, my staff, not my employees. And I was telling my situation. He said, "Well, you can sleep on my couch for a few days just to work some things out." I was like, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." He said, "When you hired me, you were very kind to me because I was gay." So that's why you have to be very careful how you treat people. You see what I'm saying? But if you have favor with God, you know how to treat people. You ain't got to try to be nice to this person or be kind to that person. Ellen is on to something. When we express kindness to people, we get that back. Because you never know when you have to go through an experience where you have to tap into that favor that you have to obtain with God. How do you get favor with God? Sowing and reaping. You get back what you put out. See? That's why it's so important for you to work out your stuff. Because then you start operating in the laws of Christ consciousness, right? The guidelines, the regulations of Christ consciousness. So why are you working out your stuff? Even in your deficiencies. Because if you are after God's own heart, you're working out your stuff, you're expressing all the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, kindness. 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 Favor is better than money. Because I didn't have none. Nothing. No money. And he said, you can stay here for a couple of weeks just to get yourself together. Didn't ask for nothing. Nothing. Now, had I been, in my ego, like I really could have been when I was hiring them, I could have been nasty to him. The very ones you think, the very ones that you think, the ones that have been dejected, the very ones now. And he was like, no, you can come stay with me. Didn't know me from hot dog over there. But because he had worked with me, right? And because I always remembered what my grandfather used to say, favor is better than money. And because I grew up watching how he treated other folk, and because it was instilled in us on how you treat people, right? Because you never know. See, that's what I'm saying. See, people need to stop. Y'all need to stop being so damn judgmental and trying to separate people. God's favor is going to be expressed through man. He didn't say any type of man. He said man, human, anybody. Okay. So check yourself before you wreck yourself now, because see, if you work this stuff out, you'll have a sense of compassion and not be so damn judgmental and caught up in the bondage of religion. And you operate in Christ consciousness, which is in your spirituality. You get it? Spirituality, personality, get it? Spirituality, right? Christ consciousness. You're operating in that. And when you do that, then you can hear the way God hears. Then you can see the way God sees. Then you can feel the way God feels. And when you do that, you'll know how to treat folks. Treat folks. And they'll be like, I like her. Why? Because you got favor with God. And it's only a matter of time before you get favor with man. I don't know how I'm going to take care of this. I don't know what's going to happen. Yes, you do. You should know by now. What have you been sowing? Huh? What have you been sowing? So think about it. Let's go back in the closets of your mind and check and see what's in there. What have you been doing? What have you been sowing? Right? What have you been sowing? Think about it, right? And you'd be like, okay, well, I don't really know how it's going to play out. Play? Get it? We're actors. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I do know what I've sown. I do know that what I've been feeding my soul with, I do know how I've been treating my fellow man. I do know how I've been after God's own heart. I do know how I've been operating in Christ's consciousness and exercising love, joy, peace, goodness, kindness, and all these wonderful fruits of the Spirit. I do know that. I don't know how it's going to play out. So I'm just going to take it one day at a time. Sweet Jesus. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I do know what I've done. Right? See, fear will have you thinking the worst possible thing that could possibly happen. But the only way that's going to happen like that is because of what you did back there. So when you finally get quiet and you can say, wait a minute. And your spirit is ushering you and nudging you, saying, okay, leave that. And you're being very, very sensitive. Pack it up. Let's go. Well, you may not want to. Because at the moment, you're like trying to figure it out. You're like, wait a minute. What am I going to do? Don't worry about that. Because you have favor with God. So now he's trying to show you, thank you, Spirit, that it's time for you to experience favor with man. Good gracious. Good gracious. Now it's time for you to start experiencing favor with man. So let's go. Let's travel. Let's head towards your destiny. We're going towards your purpose now. In order to fulfill your purpose, it requires man. That's why it's so important for you to establish favor with God first. Favor with man is a part of your story, part of your agreement. Get this right first, and then you'll get a special message. Okay, I got a message from God. It's time to pack up and get the hell up out of here. Time to go. I don't want to go. Yeah, let's go. So, good day, Dr. Wayne. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Like, well, I must be going towards yes, I am. Yeah. And the great thing about God is that he likes to throw in those plot twists in your storyline. Have you thinking, good gracious, I thought you told. You trust me? Yeah, I trust you, God. I do. Just seems kind of strange. This don't look like what I've been visualizing and affirming. It's just a part of the journey. You ever be traveling? I'm rambling, y'all. You ever be traveling on the road and you go through a little town, you be like, oh, next thing you know, you in this big fancy city. You just going through a small town. You ain't there to stay, you traveling. You're on your way to your purpose and your destiny. You're on your way to experiencing favor with man. Now that you don't establish favor with God. So stop trying to secure the bag. Good day. And get that favor, honey. Get that favor. When you get that favor, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Yeah. Yeah. Whew. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was great. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much for helping me put that all together. I told you it's going to be like a little mishmash of everything, but it was great. It was great. So thank you guys so much. Let me say hello to some people. Hello, Michelle, my love. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Elisa, my love. Hello. Namaste, everybody. I bow to divine presence in each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sharing. Oh, okay. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, here we go. The blessings of the Father is our legacy. We are in the will. Get all your stuff, all your substance, all your energy. All right. God never forgets. That's right. He never forgets. Okay. Favor's better than money. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I may get a t-shirt like that, right? That may be for next season. But because it's time for you to experience favor with man. The switch is on. Yes, it is. The switch is on. The switch is on. Yep. The switch is on. So come December, you're gonna see the switch happen. Yep. Come December. That's when the page is gonna turn in your life, and you're gonna see the switch. And you can begin to experience favor with man. We ain't that far away from Christmas, ain't we? Whew, okay, yep. Embers to remember. Yes, it is. So, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching social media. I want to thank you for sharing. I want to thank you for catching on the replay. I want to thank you guys for catching me live right here on the KP Media TV network. We've gone global, right? So, Sunday, Spiritually Speaking with Michelle Massey Washington and myself, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the KP Media TV network. And I hope that I pray and wish that you guys have an amazing weekend. And I know I intend to. I'm just gonna clean my house. Yes, it's one of them weekends. I'm just gonna clean my house. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the show. And I hope that you guys catch me next week on the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where I don't even know what we're going to talk about, but I know it's going to be good. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Social media, thank you for sharing and catching on the replay. And until next week on the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, what I'm going to do this week. Yep. Stay in love, everybody. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you for.
There we go. It's not working. That didn't go off right. Okay, let's see where we at here. I guess it just wants to hang out with y'all for a minute. Where is it? Where is my ending? And until next week on the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, what I'm going to do this week. Yep. Stay in love, everybody. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you for.
There we go. It's not working. That didn't go off right. Okay, let's see where we at here. I guess it just wants to hang out with y'all for a minute. Where is it? Where is my ending? Where's my ending? Live TV.
Thank you for
okay,
enjoying.
It doesn't want to work. Am I going to go out? Okay, I guess I will in a minute. All right. Which one does it want to play? This one? Nope. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Until next week, stay in love, guys. Thank you.